Hey guys, it's Michael Fitzpatrick Time. Welcome back to another episode of the Time Loop. I am thrilled to have Miss Oklahoma back on the show. Jaselyn, welcome back.
Hello,
This is
thank
great.
you. I'm so excited to be back.
Well, I'm so glad to have you. It was an exceptional thing for me to have Miss Oklahoma here the first time, and now somehow I managed to convince you to come back. So I'm
Oh, and no, I'm
excited
so
about that.
grateful to be here. It was fun the first time, so it'll be fun
Yeah,
again.
I hope so. I hope so. I guess that'll determine whether you come back after this one, right?
Yeah, yes.
Um, well, so I've been talking with your mom a little bit since you started your journey into hopefully Miss America and going through being Miss Oklahoma. And the last time we talked, I think you had just gotten the crown the 3 days before or something.
Yes, I think
And
so.
so now you've had a little extra time with it.
Yes, for
Are
sure.
you settling into this pretty well?
Yes, it's been still such a whirlwind, and I can't believe that this is my job for the year still. It's settling in a little bit now, especially just meeting so many people through this and the Miss America class of 27. I got to meet them last week, so that kind of really settled in that I'm Miss Oklahoma and get to represent Oklahoma at Miss America this year. So
Okay.
settling in.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're at least getting used to it anyway.
Yeah.
So also, I heard that you got to spend 4th of July in a pretty amazing experience. Tell us about
Yes.
what happened there.
Yes, I got to spend 4th of July in our birthplace of America in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and it really was such a cool experience. The Miss America organization put it all on for us in the Pennsylvania board, and I got to meet, like I said earlier, all of the girls from across the nation that was representing each state,
Hmm.
including District of Columbia and Puerto Rico. So
Okay.
there's 52 of us in total, and that was such a cool experience because normally your first time meeting everyone is at Miss America, but now we'll get to go and have a reunion at Miss America
Yeah.
this year because we've already met. But it was seriously so cool. We did a lot of exploring, visited museums, the Constitution Museum, and we got to see the tent that George Washington like lived in and has been just everywhere across the country. The Civil War, the Revolutionary War. So that was really cool. So
Wow. That
yeah,
sounds really cool. Had you
yeah.
been to Philadelphia before?
No, that was my first time.
First time.
Got to see the Liberty Bell for the first time.
Yeah.
So it was a really cool experience.
So did they announce you guys when you were down there? Hey, this is the Miss America class or whatever. That's you
Yes.
guys are
Yeah,
going to do
so
it. Did you get the star treatment and everything also?
It felt like it for sure. And it's really cool because there were so many people in Philadelphia that week, for 4th of July, the FIFA World Cup was there. So when we were walking around, there was one day where we had to be on the bus at 5:30 a.m. and we
Oof.
toured all of Philadelphia till like 9 o'clock. So we got to meet a lot of people throughout that week, and it was really cool to see, young girls or just adults saying like, "Where's Colorado? Where's Texas?" I sadly did not meet anyone from Oklahoma.
Oh, that's too
I know, I was like, "I'm waiting for my turn," but I did hear there was a mayor or someone that was looking for Oklahoma, a girl told me. So that was the closest I came to it, but it was really cool to just see so many people from across the nation just look for their state and take a picture, and it was just a cool, like, celebrity moment.
Yeah, yeah, it
But
sounds
yeah.
like it was and it's neat to be surrounded by other people of the same going through the same thing you are, I
Yeah,
think.
yes.
Have you found to put any good camaraderie with any of the other states or
Oh,
anything?
1,000%. Each of the girls were just so sweet, so kind, and fun. We made so many content or so much content for social media.
Okay.
So we really got to just have fun with that. And the first night we met, it was like just meeting 51 new best friends. Seriously. I really got close with Michaelin from Tennessee, and my roommate was Ohio, Lexi. So it was just a really cool experience, and you don't get to meet 51 other girls from across the nation every day, so
No, not at
what
all.
a cool opportunity for
Yeah.
sure. So
Well, and
it's
being
fun.
in Philadelphia for this particular time in the country, I mean, that sounds like it must have been extra patriotic or something.
Yes,
So,
1,000%, and our wardrobe for the whole week was red, white, or blue. That was it.
of
So
course it was. Yeah.
so my whole Miss Oklahoma Instagram page right now is very patriotic with just red, white, and blue all over it, so it was really perfect for the time of the year.
Okay, we're definitely gonna have to share some of those photos when we get
Yeah.
them. I'm curious about what else the journey's been like. You were here just a few weeks ago, and I mean, it had been an incredible amount of time.
Yeah.
But what else have you been doing?
I know, I can't believe I was here, like, just 3 weeks ago. I feel like I've been all across the world, but, It's really been a lot of traveling. My second week was a week spent in Dallas and Atlanta. We went down to Dallas and I made and created and fell in love with my Miss America gown. So what I'll wear for the evening gown portion is getting created and everything through Terry Costa, and that's whenever it really hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, checking off the list.
Yeah.
That's an important part, and then we flew down to Atlanta to take my Miss America headshot. So it's kind of what the judges will see before they get to meet you. So it's a big deal. So we checked that off the list. And then we flew back to Dallas to I got to watch Miss Texas. So kind of like Miss Oklahoma, it was Miss Texas weekend, and I got to see who won Miss Texas, which was Reagan, and it was a really fun experience. I got to meet a couple other girls as well. So that was a big section of just traveling and getting all the things done, lots of shopping for wardrobe. And I got to meet with my board yesterday for lunch, and we just kind of got to discuss the next steps. And I'm headed to Oklahoma City tomorrow to start working on interview prep and paperwork and all the fun things. So
The fun
the
things.
fun
Yeah.
things, yeah. So yeah, it's just been lots of prepping for Miss America and
Okay.
interviews like this. That would really filled my first week. I was in Oklahoma City for a while, just like living at former Miss Oklahoma's house, moving in and out of different places, and getting to do interviews with news stations. So that was really fun getting
That's
to meet
neat. So
people.
they give you a former Miss Oklahoma's house, like you lived there for the year or whatever? How
Uh,
does that work?
it kind of depends. So, since I'm from Tulsa, there's some things in Oklahoma City, obviously, and a lot of former Miss Oklahomas live in Oklahoma City, and they're so kind to open up their houses for me. So, 2 years ago, Lauren Frost, Miss Oklahoma 2024, she let me stay in her house for a couple of nights, and then I got to stay in our past Miss Oklahoma, Tessa Durrell. I got to live in her house or her apartment for a night. So
Oh, wow.
it's fun because then I get to, tell them about my journey so far and just ask them more questions that are more personal, and
Yeah.
then it's really fun to be able to do that. Sweet.
It's great that you have like all of these ladies who have been through it to kind of
Yes.
coach you and help you through that process too. I bet that helps a
Yeah.
lot.
No, I was gonna say that I feel like that's one of the coolest parts of becoming Miss Oklahoma is you go into this new sisterhood like none other, and it's for the rest of your life. All the formers, and they welcome you with open arms, and it's really so special. And I think that's one of the greatest parts about becoming Miss Oklahoma.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to ask about, when you were here last time, you talked about your specific charity that you're supporting.
Mhm.
Have you done any more work with them
Well,
since last time?
since I've been on the go, it's been hard to really get into that my community service initiative so far since I've just is like my first day back in Sepulpa in 3 weeks. But I've visited the Bridges my first week, which is a nonprofit organization all about workforce inclusion.
Yeah.
And I got to go back, and I can't remember if I shared this earlier, but they had told me to make sure I come back with the crown and the sash. So I went back. They were the first people I wanted to see, and I got to go see them. And I'll be back soon volunteering there and just really spreading the awareness about workforce inclusion and talking to companies and organizations and highlighting people who truly make a difference in their workforce regardless of disability.
Right. Yeah. I
Mhm.
really love that part of the story too. And we
Mhm.
got some great feedback from some of our readers and
Yeah.
stuff, particularly those who knew the gentleman that you mentioned by name. I forget his name now. Was it Steve?
Stephen Maxwell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think they knew who he was and they were
Yes.
talking about how great it was that you mentioned him and everything. So,
He's the best.
and of course, the mantra that you had there about recognizing people for their abilities before you see
Yeah. No,
disabilities. So,
1000%.
okay. So what is next for you now? You said that you're about to leave again?
Well, I'm kind of home for July, which
Oh,
is
okay.
a great feeling. I can really just get into um, just making an impact in Oklahoma this month and prepping for Miss America. Miss America is in I leave in like really like a month and a half, like 7 weeks,
Oh, okay.
which is crazy. And there's so much that goes into that. So that's a big thing. And just like I said, paperwork, wardrobe, interviewing, and just getting prepared for that step. And then once that hits, I'll leave August 26th ish. And I'll compete September 6th for Miss America. But once that's over, it's really just going into schools and really making more of an impact as Miss Oklahoma.
Okay.
But before that, July, I'm kind of home, and then I leave for market in Atlanta, Georgia, on August 1st through August 6th. And then I have a couple of other things, last minute things to do before Miss America in August. So that'll be the hectic month for sure. But this month is just prep and kind of getting into the community even more.
Okay. What are you looking forward to the most since you're home now for a while?
Oh my goodness. Oh, so many things I feel like. Just being home and getting to get into the community and go back to the bridges and start highlighting all of those things. So yeah, and just it's kind of settling down and figuring out
Just taking a
my
breather?
path. Yeah, I think taking
Yeah.
a breather for sure.
Okay.
It's nice being home.
One thing I didn't really ask you about last time that I kind of felt like we should have. Your dad is here with us, and I'm curious about like how this has affected the rest of your family and stuff. Do you have any insight into that?
Honestly, I wouldn't say it really has affected us that much. I'm thankful I get to live at home and get to see my family a lot, and they're my greatest support system. And my dad's here with me today, and my mom, was with me, and they came to Philadelphia, so they're trying to, experience as much of this as possible, but also understand that, um, I am 22 and can also do things on my own, but I'm just grateful to have their support and just really blessed because not everybody gets that. So it's truly a blessing from God that I have a great support system back at home.
Yeah, that's good.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So, well, we're looking forward to having you around for a little while.
Thank
So while
you.
you're here in town and stuff,
Thank you. It was a blast.
can we see you out and about? Or are you going to be still like working behind the scenes, you think?
A little bit of both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll for sure keep you updated on what's going on and events that are coming up. And but yeah, it'll be kind of behind the scenes, but also out and about. I miss Oklahoma, so that's
Okay.
what it's all about.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for coming in and giving us this
Thank you.
update. We really appreciate it. It was
Of
great to have
course.
you
Yeah.
back. And
I'll be back
hopefully it
soon.
won't be the last one. We'll have you back and
Yes.
we'll continue on. I mean, as much as we can. I think after August, you might be out for a while. Like we might not see you for a while.
Yeah, August might be a little crazy, but maybe right before I leave for Miss America, we can figure out a time since you're like 5 minutes from my house, so
Okay.
should
That's
be pretty
helpful.
easy.
Okay. Well, we did that on purpose. We kept our studio real close to do that.
Thank
So
you.
thanks for being here.
Thank
Really
you so
appreciate it.
much.
So, all
Thank
right,
you.
guys, that's your update from Miss America, Jaselyn Rossman, and looking forward to hearing from her again really soon. You guys keep sending her the well wishes. One more thing, where can people find you on Facebook and Instagram and all that?
Yes, it's for Instagram and Facebook, it's Miss America OK, or if you just look up the Miss Oklahoma organization, that's where you can kinda keep up with everything, and I can send that to you, and we can try to figure out a link for that,
Yeah,
so
we'll put that in there.
yeah,
Sure.
but
And I wanted to know because, like the dresses and things like that,
yeah,
talking about all this content, I really want to go check that out. So,
lots of fun content.
all right, you guys stay in the loop with Miss Rossman, and we'll see you and her, hopefully her, back here again real soon.